Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or much good depending on your location. Please join in the struggle to liberate our people from the contraption. Like and share videos. Now the update for this AK market. Army renews their propaganda against Biafran agitators in Delta State. Now we are talking about the Nigerian army and their propaganda against those agitating for a referendum for a separate state for the Biafrans. That's restoration of Biafran Republic. Now the Nigerian army has said that its combined troops of 63 Brigade with the Nigerian police and operatives of the Department of State Services, that's DSS, had shot 2 Eastern Security Network members and arrested 5 others after an encounter in Asaba, Delta State. That is what the Nigerian army is telling the public. And they're saying that the fighters, that's those who are fighting to stop the Fulani invasion in the eastern Nigeria, they are terrorists. That's what Nigerian army that's saying. These are people that was recruited by the IPOB to stop the encroachment and incursion of the Fulani herdsmen, the killer herdsmen in the eastern Nigeria. Of course, it's no longer news that the federal government is supporting the Fulani terrorists masquerading as herdsmen. The previous administration of the jihadists, talking about the header that is in Daura, en route Niger now, he supported in tacit and open the Fulani herdsmen, the Fulani terrorists masquerading as herdsmen. So these are people that were created as local vigilantes, but they were named the Eastern Security Network. That's the nomenclature. But these are local vigilantes. Everybody have them in their localities. Every region have it. You have their motekun. Why tagging these people terrorists? Now, what we see is this: Nigerian army in Asaba Delta State killed some persons, and they termed them ESN. They are not ESN members. Those people are not ESN members. I can authoritatively confirm to you, the public and the international community, that the army should come and tell us who they have killed and those they have arrested. You just come and say, oh, we have killed ESN members. I've arrested 5 of them. Who are you deceiving? Let me quote the statement of the Director of Communications, or Public Relations in the Nigerian Army. He said his name is Brigadier General H0 ጽዮን. Now look at what he said. Let me quote part of his statement. I quote, "The encounter followed distress calls that the community was under attack by the terrorists, to which the combined troops swiftly responded. The terrorists succumbed to the overwhelming firepower of the troops after 2 of their members fell in the firefight that ensued, while the survivors fled to their hideout around Opanam River. The gallant troops, in pursuit of the fleeing criminal elements, successfully trailed them to their enclave in a house around Opanam River, where they were nabbed. The troops also recovered 1 AK-47 rifle, 1 pump-action semi-automatic rifle, 15 live cartridges, and 1 AK-47 rifle magazine, and a Baofeng radio receiver. We implore members of the public to continue to cooperate with the security agencies by providing actionable information to support their operations to tackle security challenges. The Chief of Army Staff, Major General Torid Lagbaja, has lauded the combined troops for the effort and urged them to sustain the synergy as they restore peace and tranquility in the region." End of quote. And now, this is what the army is saying. They have said, look, they have combined with the DSS and the police to neutralize ESN members. It is not true. Lies from the pit of hell. ESN members are not those people that they have killed. We have said it. Let them come openly and tell the world the people they have killed in Delta State, in Asaba, Opanam to be precise. So this is what we are saying. So do not be deceived by the Nigerian Army's propaganda. You will recall that the Chief of Army Staff, appointed by the President of Nigeria, has been appointed by the Independent Electoral Commission in Nigeria, the Biafra Electoral Umpire, that's CRÂÇKD0WN, have instructed the Nigerian army to move down easternwards and launch an attack on every, anybody seen enforcing sit at home or staying at home to observe sit at home. I would have said, why will you go and ask the army to go to southeast and arrest or shoot anybody who is, engaging in any form of sit at home? Okay, and we say that is it's a decoy to launch an invasion and cause genocide in eastern Nigeria, because we have said it, nobody is enforcing sit at home. What people are on their own staying at home. What people are saying is they make announcements and said, this is what we are doing. We are observing sit at home. We implore people to understand the predicament of eastern Nigeria and why we are staying at home. And people will willingly observe it. And you said you will go and shoot them for telling their neighbors that we have sit at home. Is that why you're saying, by telling people the world that the enforcers, who are the enforcers of sit at home? Nobody is enforcing it. I've just told you now what normally happens in eastern Nigeria where we are. People will just say, oh, they stay home tomorrow. That's the enforcement they're talking about. And people will just maybe go and announce. Is that the enforcement? Are they carrying ammunition and helicopters with weapons to fire people? No, they will not do that, because they are Biafrans. How are they going to kill people they are protecting? So, but in Delta State in Asaba, that is where this thing is happening. The military has taken their propaganda there. They are covered up to tell the chief of army staff that they are working. You see how he's eulogizing them, thumbs them up and saying, look, you are doing a wonderful job. Okay? So don't use people, civilians, to catch crews or to impress your Oga at the top. And the Oga at the top, who is the chief of army staff, want to impress the man that appointed him, Tinubu, that he will neutralize the IPB members. They are not problem. Go to Boko Haram. There are several killings. People have died, several, uncountable numbers of persons in Plateau since this administration started. Even international community have raised the alarm about the number of deaths being recorded in North Central State since Tinubu assumed office as Nigerian president. Yes, so they have said it. The organizations, I think Amnesty International have said it. They have recorded the numbers of persons that have died since Tinubu became the president in North Central State, particularly that of Plateau. Okay? But they're not doing anything. That is why he's needed. This CRÂÇKD0WN should go there and do his job. Stop coming to Eastern Nigeria to commit genocide. Nothing is happening here. No people, nobody is carrying arms and ammunition. There's no terrorists here. Any terrorists you see here, they are the ones, coming in the guise of Nigerian army. Whereas we know that they are terrorists. They say they have repented from Boko Haram, from banditry, and terrorism they are carrying out in northern Nigeria. And so this is the true situation. No ESA member was killed. No ESA member. No IPOB member was killed. This is our propaganda by the Nigerian army to tarnish the image of the agitators for referendum for a separate state